This video covers everything we did in class today in 7th grade math on January 5th. If you were absent, I would like you to please open up today's folder in Class Kick. So today's folder in Schoology and click on Class Kick and open up the work for your period. When you open up your Class Kick, so for whatever your period is, click the link, make sure you sign in with Google and go ahead and get yourself to slide 4. So you're going to the main folder, opening up Class Kick, and meet me on slide 4. I'm going to skip slides 1, 2, and 3 if you were absent, and we're just going to start with slide 4. So our focus today was being able to add positive and negative numbers using a number line. And we talked about the context of weather first. So let's do a couple examples together. Number 1 says, complete the table and draw a number line diagram for each situation. In situation A, it says that our starting temperature is 40 degrees and the change is 10 degrees warmer. When we're demonstrating our starting temperature as 40 degrees, we want to draw a line from 0 all the way up to positive 40, because that demonstrates that we are increasing in temperature until we're at positive 40 degrees. Now, the change is the temperature getting 10 degrees warmer. 10 degrees warmer is 10 degrees in the positive direction. And so our temperature ends up being a final temperature of 50 degrees. And I'll plot my dot here on the number line to show a temperature of 50 degrees. Now, in rows B, C, D, and E, it's your job to determine what the final temperature is and write an addition equation. Let's do B together. The starting temperature is 40 degrees, and I'm going to draw that on my number line first. I know that my temperature starts at positive 40. Then it gets 5 degrees colder. Let's think about what that means. Instead of moving from 40 up into a higher temperature, the temperature is getting colder or decreasing. It decreases by 5 degrees, which means we end up with a temperature of positive 35. And so in the text box, I'll type that my temperature is 35 degrees. So my addition equation is as follows. 40, which was my starting temperature, plus negative 5 degrees. And the reason our temperature is negative 5 is, of course, because it's getting colder, and so we're moving in the negative direction. I would like you to please pause this video and answer questions C, D, and E. Your directions are to pause the video and answer C, D, and E. Okay, you should have done C, D, and E on your own. Let's take a look at slide 5. Slide 5 is the same exact thing. Complete the table and draw a number line diagram for each situation. We'll do A together. The difference here is that the starting temperature is negative 20, which means that our initial arrow on the number line is going to move from 0 in the negative direction to negative 20. The change in row A is that the temperature gets 30 degrees warmer. That means that we'll be moving in the positive direction from negative 20 up 30 spaces to positive 10. And so my new temperature is positive 10. Notice that my temperature increased by 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, because the temperature got 30 degrees warmer. So my final temperature is 10 degrees. And the addition equation was negative 20 plus 30 degrees, which gets us to positive 10. I would like you to pause this video and complete B, C, and D. Make sure that you're not only filling in the table, but that you're also drawing the number line diagram. Okay, you should have completed B, C, and D on your own. Let's take a quick look at slide 6. I'm going to have you do slide 6 on your own, but let's read the question together first. One winter day, the temperature in Houston is 8 degrees Celsius. Find the temperature in these other cities. Explain or show your reasoning. In Orlando, it's 10 degrees warmer than Houston. So remember, you know the temperature in Houston, it's 8 degrees Celsius. In Orlando, it's 10 degrees warmer. In Salt Lake City, it's 8 degrees colder. In Minneapolis, it's 20 degrees colder. And that's the key information you need to answer questions 1, 2, and 3. Your directions are to go ahead and pause this video and answer 1, 2, and 3. Okay, your answers should be as follows. 10 degrees warmer than 8 is 18, because 8 plus 10 is equal to 18. We're adding 10 because we're getting warmer. 8 degrees colder is 0 because we're starting at 8 and taking away 8. In Minneapolis, it's going to be negative 12 degrees because we start at positive 8 and we take away 20, which gets us to negative 12. Remember that today's learning target was to be able to add and subtract positive and negative numbers. For the most part, we focused on the context of temperature. When you are finished with the questions that we went over in this video, your only other step to catch up from class today is to complete tonight's homework on Freckle. Once you've done tonight's homework on Freckle, you're ready to go for tomorrow, and you've covered everything that we did on Wednesday.